Hey, good morning, YouTube. What's going on? So, I found something really interesting yesterday that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, this is going to be pretty good, uh, potentially, I think, a really good kind of like series of videos. So, if you guys can, go hit subscribe, follow along. We're going to kind of open up a whole other world of Amazon here, and I think it can have the potential to be just a gold mine. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to kind of just jump in right now and show you guys why I think it's going to be so big. But if you look at Amazon sales year over year, so this just goes back to 14. You can see they're doing around a billion that quarter, and all the way to fourth quarter of 2018, they were doing 7.5 billion in one quarter. So if you kind of extrapolate that out on average, just say 7 billion. So they're doing like $28 billion in sales a year, probably more than that because it just you can see the graph right here just exponentially grows. So imagine if you had a product that was like a really good product, like quality, something that everybody's going to buy, and you were selling it right here, and you were on the first page all through all these quarters. I can pretty much guarantee you that your sales would be doing the same kind of thing. Even if they started out great, if you started out at like 3,000, 4,000 a month, by the time you get up to here, that's about 7 times what you started at. So now you're looking at 20 to 21, like $28,000 a month in sales, and you haven't done anything but like just reorder that product. So getting in on the ground floor is what makes this a really good opportunity, in my opinion. And the next video, I'm gonna show how to actually set this up. But if you haven't yet, you wanna learn what I'm gonna do and how this is gonna work, again, go hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I think this is gonna be really good. So where are we talking about selling? We're talking about selling in Australia. And the reason that it's so good is because you have this graph here. Australians are getting more and more disposable income, um, and they're willing to pay a premium to have stuff delivered instead of having to drive to a store or like drive into town and pick something up. So we're going to go over just really quickly why I think this is going to be so awesome. And if you look at, so let's do this. Amazon seller, this is America. You can see right here. So this is America, best sellers in kitchen and dining. So look at some of these products that are top sellers. These are the #1 sellers in kitchen and dining in the US right now. Instapot, 34,000 reviews. Hydro Flask, 77. 56. 3,000. There's nothing on this first page, okay, that one thing, that has less than like 1,000 reviews. Super competitive, like crazy competitive, everything that's going on with this. Okay, that one has a little bit. But you guys can kind of see that these guys are selling just a ton of product. Just nuts. But then let's go over to look at the Amazon's top seller, or Amazon Australia's top sellers. Same exact page, #1 sellers in Australia on Amazon. 5 reviews, 19 reviews, 13 reviews, 154, 1, 14, 31, 1 review. uh, it's crazy. It's awesome. I absolutely love this. So some of this stuff is still pretty cheap. I would still aim for something in the, realistically, I'd probably aim for something in the $30 to $50 range if I'm going to sell on Amazon Australia. But let's just kind of look and see if there's like the premium that you get for selling in Australia is pretty high too, which is kind of fun. So let's look at what's one I was looking at yesterday. Let's take one of these top sellers. Something that might be like a. So look at NutriBullets. Just see. We'll just do it on both. So this is Amazon US, and we'll look it up on. Oh wait, no, that was Amazon Australia. My bad. This is Amazon US. All right, Amazon US. Amazon's Choice, $50. $50, $35, 84, 149. Then we go over to Amazon Australia, 129, 119. Amazon's Choice is 79. So compared to Amazon's Choice, pretty much is almost the same thing. You might get less, but it's $30 more expensive in Australia than it is in the US, which is pretty crazy. And I watched a video of some guys that were talking about doing this, and they were looking at mouse pads. So this again is, if I can spell it right, this is the US. So like 12 bucks, 7 bucks, those are all packs. So yeah, $39 for a mouse pad, that's stupid. $6, $8, $7. And we go back to Amazon Australia. 16, 17, 10, 16, $4.99, 12. You can see there's definitely a premium. We're looking like 20 to 30% more for products in Australia than in the US, which we're going to do this in the next video. We're going to kind of look at what it actually takes to sell and how to set up an account. But again, go hit subscribe. We're going to definitely look into this further. The one downside is you can't use Jungle Scout on Amazon Australia. So if you see over here, like lights up again, we can use it. We go to, and it's gone. So we're gonna have to find out how to actually find a product that is selling well. And we'll kind of have to hack that a little bit because we can't use Jungle Scout or Helium 10. So we're going to need to find some way to really track how many sales are going. But we still have the reviews that we can go off. I think if you guys have followed the last video, you can kind of get an idea just looking that obviously like average reviews are going to be super low. So it might be worth just finding like a really good product, like one of the top sellers in the US that still has low reviews, and just kind of ride that wave up. Because what Amazon has, let's look up this real quick while we're here. Amazon is huge, as you know. Amazon sales in Australia. Amazon Australia grows revenue more than 1,500%. That's nuts. And it's still just a small proportion of the retail market. So 17 million in 2017, 292 million in 2018. Huge opportunity for growth here. Huge. And so the one thing I will mention is obviously Australia has less people than the US, so there's about 10% of the population of the US in Australia. But we're talking about still billions in sales. Billions in sales. And we haven't even reached 200 and they're barely touching 300 million. So I think Amazon Australia is kind of the next gold mine, and I don't imagine that shipping and setting everything up from China to Australia is going to be any more expensive than it is from China to the US. So the next video, go hit subscribe. The next video, we're going to actually go set up my Amazon Australia account, and we're going to kind of pursue this a little bit more. So follow along, and I will see you guys later.